guys, it's Alexandra. Today I'm going to be interviewing Lesley, who is a stripper from Texas, and she's going to be talking to us about confidence and misconceptions in the sex work industry. She's going to be talking about money and all kinds of interesting stuff that I think will be very helpful to anybody who may be more curious about how the sex industry works and how it's might be a little misrepresented in today's society. Please subscribe for more videos, and I hope you enjoy. Thanks.
Hold on. Okay.
Hi, how are you?
Hi. I'm good. How are you?
Good. Thank you so much for talking to me. I really appreciate your time.
Yeah, you're good.
So I kind of sort of thought of this type of story first based on, I always had in the back of my mind, since this whole COVID thing started, different businesses that are being affected by it the most.
Right.
So I've heard a lot of people come forward to me talking about restaurants and how that industry has been really hit hard. But one thing I always wondered about is like the sex industry totally has changed since this whole like lockdown thing. A lot of it is different. And I came across your account on TikTok, and two things sort of came to my mind. One being this positivity that you have related to stripping, which is something you don't always see. And then back on that, thinking about how your life is being affected with the whole coronavirus.
With the corona.
Yeah.
So like, okay, so my club, it's a BYOB and a kitchen bar club thing. So they fall right in the cracks. It's not considered a strip club.
Okay.
So it's called like a bikini bar with BYOB and a full kitchen. So over here in Texas, we actually were one of the first clubs that opened because we fell in between those cracks. Well, when all this happened, it was very like, so everybody went back to work. It wasn't everyone, because a lot of the girls were receiving like unemployment and stuff. So they're like, oh, why are we gonna go, you know? And it was like, so we go, and they were doing it in shifts. So it was like day shift, mid shift, night shift. And it was the girls that were like everyday girls, like regular girls, you know, so they weren't hiring anyone new. And so when we first went back, you know, we're like a nude club. So when we first went back, the first day was kind of slow. The second day was kind of slow. We were doing like kind of like, you know how servers have the apps where you go and you pick your I guess your schedule and stuff.
Right.
So we had that. You had to be there before you had to be there before it was 20 girls. So when you get there, you have to be there before 10. They instructed, like, it was just a bunch of rules. And we weren't used to that because, you know, we're self-contractors. We come and we go as we please. So when we went back, it was slow. And that weekend, it was just, like, amazing. It was really good. And everyone was like, what? Like, how is it so good? Go over there. How is it so good? Like, I don't know. So everybody was making really good money and stuff like that. And then because there was no bars, there was no clubs, there was nothing open. So people were coming, and then they had the stimulus check. Some people still had money from their income tax. So it was really good for us. And then 2 weeks that we were open, they started closing. Other clubs started opening, and they started closing them down. So they started like telling us, oh, we have to wear masks. The guests were limited. It was up to like 25% capacity. Everyone had to get their temperatures checked, but still really good. Then out of nowhere, it got slow. And now I mean, I haven't been to work in like 3 months. So, no, 2 months. 2 months now. Yeah, 2 months, going on 2 months. And but last that I worked, it was really good. It was kind of back to normal.
So as far as like job security goes, how does that work?
Job security? What do you mean?
Like, are you guys able to unionize?
Like what? What do you mean?
So when this whole thing goes down, do you have your job secured, or are they allowed to fire you?
No, they can fire you.
Okay.
Like and they were being very picky. Like when I went, my manager, when I went to ask if I could work when it started, they were like, they got to pick basically the girls that they wanted. You know, so if you were kind of more on the chunky side, and I know they say, oh no, it's equal. No, it's not. The managers get to pick and choose. If you get on their nerves, they're gonna be like, oh, there was 20 girls. Sorry, you can't work tonight. You know, or oh, if they don't like you, oh, it's after 12. You can't. You know. So, oh, sorry. Hold on.
Okay.
Sorry. So, hold on 1 second. Yeah, so basically that's how it was. They got to pick and choose whenever, you know, or whoever could work. So, and then they did, I know a lot of the girls, they applied for unemployment, so.
So tip wise, how does that get split up?
Okay, so you have different clubs. Like you're talking about like when you make money?
Mm-hmm.
Or, okay, so you have like your after hours, kind of like, you know, like the more like urban clubs, and those you'll go and you'll get a section, and if there's more than one girl, then whoever's in the section, when the money starts, you know, getting thrown or whatever, then you have to split it. Oh my God. So basically, okay, yeah, so if you go in a section, they start throwing money, there's another girl, you have to split it with her. It's like nothing is like, there is no rule like that, but it's just common courtesy. You know, it's like common sense. Like if there's money there and she's there, then you have to split it with her, or however many girls there is. And at those type of clubs, it's like most of the time at nighttime, they'll take like a house fee. You have to pay a house fee to work. And then at those type of clubs, like clubs that you don't really clock in and stuff, they're supposed to be like more after hours. Then there's always people taking their cut. Oh, well, this person swept up your money, because at those type of clubs, you have like a sweeper, you have a house mom, and they sweep up your money, they bag it, and then they give it to you at the end of the night. And then from there, you have to pay your house fee, you have to pay your DJ, you have to split it with the girls that you have, you know, that you were in the section with. At my type of club, it's more of a gentleman's club. So we don't have to tip out anyone. All we have to do is tip out the house, $10 for house mom, and $10 for the DJ. And if there was other girls included in the section, then we split it equally. So if it was $1,000 and there was another girl, then it'd be 500 and 500.
Right.
So.
And then as far as the whole virtual sex work thing and like OnlyFans, I know has kind of blown up into a huge thing. Does that increase your work at all?
No, not really, because there's like different types of girls, you know. I feel like OnlyFans is kind of a little bit more lazy, you know, because it's easy, like, you know, you're selling pictures, but that's on the internet forever. I don't think I mean, I work at a nude club and I'm good with that, but like that's on there forever. Like it's like porn. It's different. I feel like it's different, you know. But no, I don't. I feel like some people, they still want to experience that. You know, I feel like people go to distract themselves. I feel like people go to feel like get away, and that it's like you can really just get on a porn site and see the same thing, you know.
Right. So I know a lot of the stuff, unfortunately, that I see or that I hear, the reason that I found it interesting is because you hear a lot of trash about stripping. You hear a lot of like, it's sad that they're doing that, or it's disgusting. And I was just wondering, what's your take on that? Like, you seem to have a lot of confidence in what you're doing, and how would you describe how stripping influences that part of you?
So I feel like it's a job. And I feel like how can someone say it's disgusting when there's out here, there's men, women doing this for free, you know? There's like, it's, so then why not get paid for why not get paid for your attention? Why not get paid for somebody to look at, you know? So it's different, you know? And I feel like, I don't really like pay any mind to when people say that, you know? It's like, when people, because there's a lot of girlfriends that go with their boyfriends to the strip clubs and they're like, oh, she's too skinny, or she's too fat, or she's ugly, or how can they do that? That's disgusting. But it's like, you guys came in here, you know, y'all came in here. Like, we've been here. You guys came in here. So, I mean, I don't think it has anything. It's not like prostituting, you know, or anything like that. It's literally a job. Like, you get paid and you go home. And the people that we meet, yeah, they're interesting people, but tomorrow we're gonna meet 7 other people like that, you know? Like, it doesn't really like make a big difference when you got $200 from this weird guy. Okay, he was weird, that's fine, whatever, you know? Like, it doesn't really bother me any.
So what kind of reaction when you decided to start in the sex work industry? What sort of reaction from your family and friends did you get?
So like when I go over there, dude. So when I first started, I was young and I was like a waitress, and it was me and my cousin, and you know, we didn't really have much. Like, we lived with her foster mom, and it was just us. We were teenagers. So my first $300 that I made, I was like, what? Like, what, $300? Like, this is a lot. So I mean, she was like, yeah, and I was, you know, doing for me, doing for her. I stopped, and then when I really started, I didn't tell my baby's father. We were no longer together. I never told any of my family. Like, I kept it a secret. I was a waitress or a bartender at a strip club, but I was never a stripper to them. So when my mom finally found out, which was last year, she didn't really say anything. And she found out because I left my dance bag in her car. And when she went through, she was like, oh, I'm gonna wash this clothes, whatever. And I'm like, okay, I have some clothes there. So she opened it and she was like, what are these? And they were my shoes. And I'm like, I mean, like, come on, you already knew. Like, I just told. And then she was like, at first I came from a very conservative family. So they were like, where did you, like, where do you see this? What is this? I was like, I don't know. I just did it. Like, and so she was supportive of it. You know, my cousins, they were supportive. Friends, I didn't really have many. You know, it was like, when I first started, it was like a big thing. Like, oh my God, you're dancing, you know? And now I feel like it's more like, it's kind of, everyone's like, oh, okay about it, you know? And my boyfriend, he doesn't. That's actually why I've stopped, because he's like, now that we're serious, like, that's cool to, like, you know, get your money and whatever when you're single, but it's not healthy to do it when you're in a serious relationship, you know, and which I understand. So that's why I haven't been going back lately. So.
And what do you think is the biggest misinterpretation about your career choice?
That we're just like whores. I feel like like, I feel like people think, oh, if you dance, you're a stripper. If you work at a strip club, you're a whore. Like, you're just a hoe. And I don't think that. I mean, I've met nurses that are way more out there than I am, you know? So I feel like for myself, they judge you as a stripper and not as a woman. You know, that kind of goes out the window. Like, oh, that's a different type of woman. Like, she doesn't. And I've met girls that go to school, that do their homework while they're at the club, that are business owners, that have become business owners, that have got out of there. So it's like, I feel like everybody just judges you by that, just because you're there. You already have like a certain look. You're trashy, you're nasty, you can't be trusted. So I feel like that's what people, they just go off of what they think, the movies, the social media, you know, all that. So I feel like nobody really gets to know you because they're already judging you, you know.
Well, I thank you so much for speaking out about this. I think it's super important for girls to hear, because I've just noticed in my own lifetime a shift since like Cardi B came out and started being
Yeah.
positive about it. I've
Yeah.
noticed like a huge change in how people view stripping and how really it can be, I mean,
Yeah.
you're choosing to get money. It's not like
Yeah.
something you should feel bad for people
Yeah.
doing it. I mean, they're choosing to do it, and they're probably making way more money than you're making.
Yeah.
So I really appreciate you
You're welcome.
being willing to share your experiences, and I think hearing somebody normalize it so much is really helpful. So thank you.
Yeah. You're welcome.
All right, take care.
Okay, bye. Good luck
Bye.
with everything. Bye-bye.
Thanks. Bye.